Back at Wells Fargo, the Iowa High School Sports Network, getting ready for 195. We got them all the way from Odable to Arthur, Battle Creek, Ida Grove, don't we, Mark?
We sure do. We got number 1A here, Cash Wilcke, the defending state champion, taking on Zach Hickson of Don Bosco. Class 2A, we got Brad Skubal of Washington. We were just talking about that last night in the semifinals. Long time since I think Washington's had a finalist.
Yeah, Bob was giving us all the background there. His computer goes too deep.
He's taking on Stephen Holloway of Mediapolis. Now this is a big match for Mediapolis right here. This would put them back in the lead, I believe, in the Class 2A standings. And then over here in Class 3A, it's Sam Cook of Fort Dodge taking on Deion Mikesell of Southeast Polk.
Knowing that the whole school contributed, that it wasn't just one person.
Every single performance, every single game meant something.
Our administrators and our coaches provide so many opportunities for us.
Did what we've always been trying to do, and that's excel.
Help your school compete for the Bank Iowa Traveling Challenge Cup and $1,750. Visit ihssn.com.
Well, they call him Cash, and we were talking about him. From Odable to Arthur, Battle Creek, Ida Grove, he gets it done in commanding fashion.
Yeah, he did an old-style head lever, but then he put himself in a position to go to the head like the one guy did earlier, but from the feet. But it was powerful again. So, actually, I think Tony Ramos from Iowa did that quite often, but I don't think he led into it with that head lever, which was pretty interesting. The old head lever goes back years ago, and you don't see it that often anymore, but he let it in to the pins, opened it up.
Coach, you're going to show us a replay here on the 1A upper left corner again. So we'll get to see.
There's the head lever, and then he went to the head, and he slid back a little bit high, but he's getting back chest to chest. Make sure he gets that fall right there.
Did a good job lifting that head, which puts both those shoulders flat to the mat, makes it really easy for the ref to see. Call the fall there. Congratulations to Cash Wilcke making quick work right there in the finals for his second state championship over Zach Hickson of Don Bosco. Over here in the 2A match, it's Holloway, Stephen Holloway, Mediapolis out to a quick lead, 4-1 here. He's taking on Brad Skubal of Washington. Again, this was big for the team race, because this will put Mediapolis back in the championship, and I think it'll solidify and give them the state championship. And I'm thinking that Holloway, defending state champion, knows this and is aware of that, and is probably feeding off of that a little bit and giving even more of a boost to go out there and do well here in this match.
Yeah, for Coach Cummings, I mean, they got third in the duels, so they won't be able to go back-to-back. Polk trying to do that. Of course, they're going to win the duels, and there for the first time, they're going to be the 44th team to win a duel in the traditional championship. But yeah, Mediapolis in good shape.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the Four Seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Thank you.
Right now, get any large original or flatbread sausage pizza for only $10. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Back, we got two matches still going. Cash Wilcke with a pin in 1A, so he advances to the to get his second championship, and we still got Deion Mikesell and Sam Cook at 195 on the 3A mat and the 2A mat. Stephen Holloway also, we talk about these football players. He's also the running back, but a great wrestler trying to solidify a championship for Coach Cummings, and Brad Skubal of Washington.
Boy, I seen, if you guys remember last night in the semifinals, a double leg out of Holloway. It was one of the most explosive double legs I've ever seen in my life. I think he was taking on Denver Topolis Sheedenhelm, if I remember right.
Yep.
Great match between those two. Just a freight train double. Took Sheedenhelm right off of his feet, but Sheedenhelm came back and fought and just came up a little bit short against Holloway.
Speaking of freight train, I used to have a kid I called Freight Train.
Yeah?
Yeah, Raleigh Kane from Wapsie Valley. He used to have a freight train shot, and I loved it.
Pride of Wapsie Valley Fairbank. Had to add Fairbank on there now these days.
Not a whole lot of action going on over here in the 3A mat.
Mikesell and Cook just knotted at one in a sledgehammer here. Cook's got him twice this year.
Being a little bit more conservative. I'd like to see the referee get in here and tell him to pick up the pace a little bit. Somebody's got to do something here. Third period, I can see this one going down to overtime. Hopefully not see a lot of action, some type of action before then. Third period just getting underway over here in the 2A mat. Stephen Holloway, Mediapolis, taking on Brad Skubal of Washington. Holloway up by a score of 7-2.
We've got action on 3.
Sure do. Cook in on a shot. Ooh. Wow, what a roll right there, though. Cook comes all the way around. 2-point takedown and getting some near falls now on Mikesell of Southeast Polk. Fort Dodge trying to get their second champion of the night.
Got one right out of the chute.
That's going to do it, too.
I'll tell you what, they were kind of playing possum there, and all of a sudden he exploded when he got into a position, which, you know, I think it just took the tempo to the match to a whole different level. He smelled it and woof, just got 5 quick points.
Samuel Cook of Fort Dodge is going to join his teammate Teskey at 106 pounds. For the second champion tonight, and they got a trophy too they're taking home.
Yep.
Third place trophy in Class 3A. Brought 7 guys here and placed all 7.
And they're both coming back.
Yep.
So Brody Teskey will have a teammate in Samuel Cook joining him for the state championship tonight.
Cook a heck of a running back too. They're just going to feed him the football next year, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, Cook only a junior, as Coach Gable pointed out, will be back next year to defend that title.
Well, he's got to get here. But he moved when he needed to.
Well, according to our calculations, gentlemen, Holloway wins this, then we know our champion in Class 2A. This race has been a good one all weekend, since Friday started, of course, after the duels.
And it's going to be Holloway, so Mediapolis gets a state champion, an individual champion, and a team championship.
Coach looks relieved. And we'll be back with more wrestling action. 2 classes to go on the Fairway Championship Network.
Presenting the 1A awards, head coach Randy Neiman. 8th place, Hunter Johnston of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. 7th place, Chase Strube, MFL Marmac. 6th place, Clayton Jewell, North Cedar, Stanwood. 5th place, Tyler Larson, Nashua, Plainfield. 4th place, Rylan Richardson, South Central, Calhoun. 3rd place, Brendan Grimm, English Valleys, North English. Runner-up, Zach Hickson, Don Bosco, Gilbertville. And your Class 1A 195-pound champion from Odaville Arthur BCIG, Cash Wilcke. Presenting the Class 2A awards, head coach Dan Cummings. 8th place, Levi Dua, Mid-Prairie Wellman. 7th place, Bryce Esmoil, West Liberty. 6th place, Nick Jacobs, Charles City. 5th place, Darren Greenfield, Sheldon, South O'Brien. 4th place, Seth Maitland, Creston, Orient Maxburg. 3rd place, Isaac Schiedenhelm, Denver Tripola. Runner-up, Brad Skubal, Washington. And the Class 2A 195-pound champion from Mediapolis, Stephen Holloway. Presenting the awards in Class 3A, head coach Bobby Thompson. In 8th place, Taylor Mayman, Prairie, Cedar Rapids. 7th place, Isaiah Cox, Ottumwa. 6th place, Ryan Keneally, Epworth, Western Dubuque. 5th place, Chance Carey, Pleasant Valley. 4th place, Joe Brett, Dowling Catholic, West Des Moines. 3rd place, Colin Kreider, North Scott Eldridge. Runner-up, Deion Mikesell, Southeast Polk. And your Class 3A 195-pound champion from Fort Dodge, Sam Cook.